Welcome to Beyond the Guay. We are two best friends who met in Uruguay, who now living in Salt Lake have started very different lives, and we talk about our lives. This is a rough one. As you can tell, we're in a different spot today. I am heavily on painkillers.
Yeah, Greg underwent a pretty major procedure last week, so
Suddenly very aware of the camera. I'm like, I need to stop that.
so recovery is what we would call fun.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be a wild ride today. We love
Yay.
that.
We're in a different location because this is where I live.
Yes.
Because I can't drive because I'm on painkillers. So,
So yeah, let's just jump right in today.
Okay.
First, I wanted to talk about the FLDS documentary that came out on Netflix. So I know we both watched that. Happened kind of in Utah, kind of in Arizona.
it's like the border of Utah, Arizona. It's Colorado City, Arizona, which that's not confusing.
It's crazy.
Like,
Why do we do this to
like
ourselves?
whoever made up that town name is an idiot. And I hate them.
Yes. Well,
But, no, I liked it. It was very sad. But, did you
it was
cry?
so sad. I don't know. I definitely like teared up. I don't know if I actually did cry, but
I'm like wondering if it's
it
because
was
of the painkillers that I was so emotional about it.
it was way more sad than I like. I think I went into it just expecting to be like, this is gonna be crazy, which it was.
Right.
But I guess I forgot that it would also be sad. Like this is happening to people and children. And
Yeah. Well, I think the difference. Have you seen any of like the Warren Jeff cult documentaries?
I actually haven't
No.
really watched them, but I know this is like a spin-off of that essentially.
So my friend and I, we used to do we did cult Sundays. So we used to watch cult documentaries like every Sunday.
Nice.
And so the Warren Jeff this one was interesting and different because it wasn't just about someone who like went in after the fact and like figured it out and pieced it together and told the story. This lady was like, you know what I'm going to do with my life? I'm going to go live in this town and I was like watching it. I was surprised at how long she was there. And I think she's still there. I'm like, she just changed her life. And like, that's where I think I got emotional. I was like, this lady is just like literally doing this just so that they know they have someone to go to if they need a way out. So I'm
Yeah.
like, that is
That's pretty cool.
so cool.
That it kind of gave me the realization. I was like, anyone could do this. Like,
She was just like,
like if you just want to like go help these people, like you could just
Go do
I
it.
mean, I also kept thinking these poor people. Like, I'm not a big like fan of the desert aesthetically.
nor should you be.
Yeah, and I'm like, wow, they live in such a desolate place, and like this is all they know, and it's like showing what their living quarters looks like, and I'm just like, rough.
But it's all they know. It's all they know.
I know, that's what makes it extra sad.
Yeah. But
Um,
kind of getting into it. So basically this woman decided she kind of grew up very vulnerable and I don't think she was FLDS or in that religion, but she said that
The lady who created the documentary?
yes.
Yeah.
She kind of
I thought
fell
she said she was
victim.
raised LDS.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
But she fell victim to a false prophet. I don't know if that was related to this. It wasn't related to the FLDS church, though. It was
No, I think
it was
that
like
she
a
was
side.
referring to this man as a false prophet, but I think that she was maybe abused by just like a church leader or something.
But no, it was like, I don't think it was like just like a one-time incident. I think she like tried to marry him and like became one of his wives and
Okay, maybe I missed this.
okay. I think she said that he claimed to be a false prophet and was starting his own religion and she was like his yeah. I just know that she said that she fell victim to like a false prophet and like and she gave up everything. Like she was a what are they called? ventriloquist.
Yes.
And so she gave up everything to kind of follow this false prophet. And then she realized later that, like, oh, this is
I'm
bad.
being controlled and lied to.
Right. So then her whole thing was she wanted to be there for people. She wanted to earn, the documentary is called Trust Me, to like get to know the people of this town, which was a new spin on it, because a lot of times they don't talk about these people, or like,
Oh yeah.
and she like became their friends and like connected with them and like basically went undercover for like 7 years and to befriend all these people to get more and more, just so that she could find out, in case there is wrongdoing, she could report it and then be there as an escape for them.
Yeah.
And surprise, there was wrongdoing.
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy to watch her like form these relationships with the people. Like she clearly starts to like love these people, but also knows that at some point she's going to do something that they will perceive as betraying their trust.
Yeah.
But is actually like in their best interest.
Right. Well, what's crazy to me is that
So
like
rough.
a big part of it was like the fact that it was right. It was at the cusp of like, I mean, Warren Jeff is in jail. And so she was saying that like, this is what made them more vulnerable, is that they followed him. He used to give sermons from jail. And then like in 2015, he fell silent. And so they were told to not marry and to not have kids. And then he like, I mean,
But then at the same time, didn't they say that they were being told by some of like the leaders that that like it wasn't actually him in prison, it was a puppet, like don't believe that he was arrested.
yeah, there was, I mean, the thing is though, this religion, this cult, whatever you want to call it, was very vulnerable, looking for guidance, looking for leadership, looking for someone to tell them what to do, because that's all they've been groomed to know, is someone has to tell
Just
them
to
what
like
to do.
follow someone.
Right, and so then that was a big opening for like another person to kind of step in and take advantage, and it's essentially what happened, was like this
Yes.
big loser. Like the
He
most
reminds
loser
me of in I, Tonya, the friend.
just like the biggest idiot. Like failure at life, loser. Oh my gosh, and he wore that stupid white leather jacket all the time. I'm like, you know, he thinks he looks so cool in that jacket.
Oh yeah. For sure. That's how he was going to like peacock and entice the Queen of England to come visit.
Yes, because he owns the queen apparently in his head.
It's just okay. Like
Psychotic.
another thing is how many, and I get when you're raised in this and you literally know nothing else, it's harder to think, wow, this seems crazy.
Yeah.
Especially as things change gradually. But when you go from like, because what was it? Jeff Warren's was his name, right?
Warren Jeff.
Warren Jeff. Okay, so it was like his father who was like
Yes.
their prophet originally, and
Yeah.
then he dies, and then he's like, he's speaking to me from beyond the grave,
Right.
And then Sam starts saying that about him,
Yeah.
and it's just like, at what point are you like, do we have to play telephone to God, or
Well, what was so interesting about this is that like you could tell, like, not all of them, in fact, a majority of them didn't follow him. It was just that small like group that followed him.
yeah,
So what was interesting was like the mom, Julia, I think her name was. She followed because her husband fell.
Oh,
like
yes, okay.
she's like her husband.
There's a lot of
Moroni.
moms. I had to think for a second.
There's a lot of moms, a lot of wives. But she could tell, and she was like, "No, this is wrong." But it's interesting because I think to this day she probably still believes in Warren Jeff, but she could tell so clearly that Sam was wrong, and I'm like, oh.
That's a good point, actually.
But I think it's because she was groomed to Warren Jeff and not to Sam, so she could tell the difference. But I think in her mind she still thinks Warren Jeff is the prophet. It was just so wild to me, but it's also just like crazy. It shows how impressionable you can be when you're young, because like I'm sure she was groomed into that when she was young.
Yeah, honestly, it would make me wonder because so in the final episode, they start to interview gnomes.
Yeah, like Naomi's
one of-
her name.
Yeah, who was like the most devoted of his wives, essentially.
Yeah.
and she was like she was suspicious of the documentary people the whole time.
Can I just say, It's so funny. I'm sorry, but they're like, someone is talking to the government. Who is it? Who knows all these things? And the guy's like with the camera, he's like, I have no idea. What? Or like when that Sam guy's like, oh, we shouldn't take a picture with the minors because that's how they got Warren Jeffs. Meanwhile, they have a camera and they're like, totally, yeah.
But I mean, and in fairness
That
to like
shows
her,
how much,
she brought it up to Sam before, and he like scolded her and like called her to repentance.
Naomi was like she was the only one that was like, hey, maybe these people who aren't a part of any religious that are here with cameras all the time, maybe we shouldn't trust them. And Sam's like, no. They videotape me doing cool things. And I also like how her husband like called him out in the documentary. He was like, just like he couldn't even like do anything. He's like running. He's like, look how fast I can run. He's like hiking through the rocks, and he's like, wow, good job. I imagine the husband. That husband was devoted to his wife. Like he's like, hey, we're gonna move to this dump ass town and work undercover. And he's like, sure, I'll do it. And she's like, okay, now you stop all your side gigs of your videoing music videos, and I want you to video this crazy guy whenever he asks. Like, okay.
I mean, they did a music video for him too.
Man. Well, I just feel like he must feel so validated because he's probably videoing this guy being like, oh my gosh, what an idiot. And then in the documentary, he's like, this guy was an idiot.
Yes. Which is why, okay, so with Gnomes and the other fairly devoted wife, I can't remember her name.
All the wives were from the daughters of this one mom. Her husband, like, believed that Sam was the new prophet, and he, like, because the religion believes you have to do what the husband says, he kind of gave his daughters to him, like, aging from 22 to like 8. Was it that the youngest one? So crazy.
Yeah, absolutely wild. And like once everything goes down and they arrest Sam, they place a lot of these girls into other homes.
Yeah.
But then a few of the wives kidnapped all the children.
So the minors had to go to DCFS, which by the way, like, if Sam is obviously the villain of the story, but if there's a second villain, it's the stupid Child Protective Services of that town and the police of that town. It's so crazy that she got on recording him admitting to having sexual relations with a minor. She had it recorded, him admitting it, brought it to the police station, and they're like, oh, there's nothing we can do about it.
Yeah.
And then in the documentary, you heard him say, I don't remember what the recording says because it's just, I don't like to fill my brain with that dark stuff. Yeah. You are a police officer.
Yeah. Honestly, I think it is just another example of kind of how our system needs a lot of work.
Yeah. Well, in the Child Protective Services, the reason why I think they were also the bad guys is because they blew her cover. Like they came in.
So the communication between these different law enforcement agencies is
she's been undercover for like almost 10 years, and the FBI has come to like finally the FBI is listening to her, and they're like, oh my gosh, she has all these recordings and videos and like confessionals. We need to be involved. The person at the head of the FBI of the case was also like, I'm so confused as to why the police weren't doing anything in this town. But the FBI gets involved. They finally have a warrant, and they go raid the house, and they separate the kids. So the Child Protective Services shows up without like telling the FBI that they're coming. Yeah. And they split up the kids, which was like, okay, if that has to happen, that has to happen. But maybe communicate with the FBI that you're going to do that, because that just caused more enrage. So they took the minors. The older kids who weren't minors got to stay there because they're victims. But then they went to go kidnap the kids. And the reason why they blew her cover is because they wrote a note saying, like, FBI informant Christine, which is the woman, and they just ripped up and threw the trash. And these kids, they're smart. Yeah. They went in the trash, taped it together, and saw that. And then now Christine blew her cover.
And I'm sorry, I'm not laughing because this is funny. I'm laughing because I just thought of like when they separate a lot of these mothers, they huddle together and start singing a hymn or something, and I just am like, it's so sad, but it also is just so awkward that, and I just laugh at every awkward situation. Oh,
What's interesting too, though, is that like, as a very hyper religious group, like, and they said this was because of Sam, and this is why the mom, Julia, was so like, he's not a prophet. It was so vulgar. Like, they were just like cussing out the police, like, you effing bastard. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, that's different. It's like,
no, yeah, I mean, and then it showed a lot of the text messages she was sending to them as well, and yeah, it's very interesting because, like, I don't know, with a lot of like zealots, you might not get like the swearing, but you'll still get the like, you'll be condemned, or,
yeah,
but it was like a mix of the two things,
Yeah.
and so
that was wild.
yeah, a little
sad.
unhinged, a little drama.
Yeah, it was so sad. I was mainly the reason why I got emotional is because the moment that like the mom Julia, she's been just coming to my house a lot, hanging out in my yard, and I can't figure out why. And it was like her way of being like, I think I want to talk to you, but she didn't know how to. And so finally, she's like, that's the whole reason why I was there, was to like, if anybody felt like they needed to talk to someone and wanted a way out, I wanted them to know that I was there.
Yeah. I think, like, for me, it was, I don't know. It's just like, so the girls, after they kidnap the daughters and try to escape with them, then they get arrested and they all go to prison for a short time.
Yeah, for kidnapping.
Yeah.
And to be fair, they kidnapped the daughters because all the while their prophet Sam is able to call them whenever he wants from jail.
Because they keep putting money on his books or whatever, and he can, and it's crazy that they can't be like, okay, you can call people, but not these people.
Like the victims of the crime you're committing.
Right.
Yeah. So crazy.
Yeah, and so he's, yeah, still pushing them forward in this ideology, and I mean, and also it's their daughters. Like, they, like, yeah, they might be young, but like, they still don't want to be separated, you know?
Yeah.
And so, and I think since then, those who've like turned 18 or whatever have been reunited with their daughters and stuff.
Yeah.
But,
Well, in jail is what I think it's good because the two went to jail, and those two have now, like they said, going to jail is what helped
I think
me.
they said 8 of the women went to jail.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which isn't all of them, crazy. But
That's crazy.
yeah, 8 of them went to prison, and then it didn't say how many of the wives like ended up leaving it and stayed, but it said many of them stayed.
No, I think all stayed but 2.
Except for those 2.
Except for those 2.
Okay. Yeah, no, I mean, in the one, so gnomes like that.
Yeah.
When they were just in jail, she talks about how she was put in a cell right next to his, and she's already thinking like, how am I in jail if I'm doing everything God says? And
She's like, I've been nothing but obedient. Yeah.
Yeah, like, right. And then she's sitting in a cell next to him, and he's talking about how he's so lonely and has had no one to speak with in over a year. And she's like, you have not been here that long. And so like, and that just like instantly started like these little things chipping away at this illusion. And she starts to realize he's just lying and saying whatever. And it just kind of showed me how resilient I think like humans are as well. Like, was raised in this, she was super devout, but even then, like, her natural inclination was to not be controlled, and like,
Right. Because she rebelled against it in the beginning a ton.
yeah,
But then she became like the most devout.
and so I don't know, it made me happy for her, but, and again, I don't know what that means, like you were saying with Julia, right, was the
Yeah.
other wife, if like
No, Julia's the mom of all the daughters.
the one who would believe that Warren Jeff is
Yes.
still a problem. So I don't know if like they're at that point or if
Yeah.
they're like over all of it, but
I think no gnomes.
gnomes.
I think she's like out, like, because then she reunited with Christine, the informant, at the
Okay.
end, and
Good
she's
for
wearing
her.
she's wearing what they call
Gentile clothing.
Gentile clothing. Yeah.
I loved that. They're in like Target. No, I never want to look like a Gentile.
She was trying to like get those. She's like, do you want to be a modest Gentile or an immodest Gentile? I'm like, I don't want to be a Gentile. She's like, dang it, I tried. Well, if anything, it made me feel like, because have you run into polygamists in the South?
No, not really.
Really?
No, I think we stopped at this coffee shop in like Beaver that I think was run by Mennonites.
Oh, okay. There's a creamery. We call it the Beavery Creamery, but there's a creamery in Beaver that I like. Everyone there is working as a polygamist. They have, at least they have the dresses and the hair.
Well, and you also did a stint in construction.
Oh yeah,
you worked in construction.
I worked in construction.
And, there were several polygamists.
Well, and there's different levels of polygamy, which is interesting. So what I was gonna say though is that like when you run into, we did Parade of Homes in St. George, and we saw a lot of the polygamist families there too, with the dresses and the hair. To me, that's like
dresses and the hair.
That's like the Amish polygamists, but they're not Amish. They clearly can do. They're not Amish. They're very different, but for some reason they just really like those dresses and those hair.
Okay, in the docuseries, what was the first woman's name? She was cracking me up so much because she was like, she had like fancy braids in her hair. I didn't know how to do this stuff. And I was like, oh, that
was Julia. She was talking about how she's like,
is that the same woman throughout the whole thing? Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh.
And then she got the swoop in the end.
Changed her outfit.
She got the swoop. She got the swoop because she's like, I can't do that fancy swoop. And then we see the swoop later. We're like, get it, Julia. She learned how to do the swoop.
Oh man.
And I'm like, if you don't know how to braid like a polygamist, then that is sad because that's like polygamists. They can braid.
They've got those braids down.
But it made me feel like, whenever I run into them now, because it kind of feels like isolating. Like, because then of course. Because I'm a horrible person. Every time I'm like, polygamous. And they say them, the doctor's like, yeah, we're used to it. People kind of see us as like farm animals.
As needing to be saved.
Yeah. Like, we see people whisper and I'm like, oh, that's so sad because I do that. Yeah. I won't do that. I will talk to them like normal people. But yes. So those are those kind of polygamists. Oh my gosh, there's so many polygamists in this state. But then like, if anyone has seen the show, there was like a show on TLC, maybe. I don't know. The Sister Wives show. They're polygamists that don't wear like the polygamy outfit with the hair.
Oh.
They're just
like modern day polygamists.
Yeah, modern day polygamists. And so the show Sister Wives is kind of about that.
Okay.
About this husband and his like wives, and they're like, we're normal. But then it was a big issue because polygamy is illegal, and so the show's like, the government was like, wait, what? And so they had to like run away to like Arizona where it's not illegal in some places, or like it's not being as prosecuted.
It's so interesting to me because in today's world, there's also, I feel like from a progressive side, there's also like a push for, I don't know about a push, but maybe just like an acceptance of polyamory.
Yeah.
And so I don't know and I know a lot of people are also against that.
Yeah.
And those that are for it, I'm not sure entirely. Is it maybe the culture surrounding like polygamists that like the general like misogynistic culture of that maybe that separates the two?
Well, it's
a crazy world we live in.
One's rooted in religion, and one's rooted in like, I don't know, freedom.
I guess I feel like more so like where one there's a lot of structure and control. The other one is more like everyone do what you want. I guess.
Yeah.
More communication, and everyone has their own boundaries, which does sound healthier than the other. It's not for me personally. And if someone else wants to do it, then like
I don't think. It should be interesting. Everything I've seen in polygamy, it just doesn't seem like it's natural. Multiple partners at a time.
I don't know. I feel like for some people it works, and honestly, I think good for them, because in this economy, getting that third, fourth, sixth, fifth, sixth salary.
They're actually all just roommates.
Yeah, I don't think it would work for me, but
Yeah.
but that extra money would be nice.
No, but so when I was in college, like right after the mission, I worked in construction for like 20 seconds. I framed houses, and it was for this like specific, really small company. And I just started noticing things little by little. Granted, like this was kind of my first time living in Utah. What a awakening I had right off the bat. They all knew each other, and I thought it was because they worked together. But then I started to realize that they all were Mormon. They were very Mormon. And you know what got me was they were my age, and I was so like I was a return missionary. This was literally like 3 months after my mission. They were all so religious, and they talked about the Book of Mormon and stuff so much, but none of them went on missions. And that's what got me. I was like, they are all so Mormon, but none of them went on missions?
Like, this isn't adding up.
Like, what?
It's like the number one thing you do.
Yeah, I was like, none of them went on missions. And then I started to notice little by little a bit more, like in the hottest days of summer. Granted, no, maybe that was just a coincidence, because I worked with them in the winter, but they never wore short sleeves, ever. Like, it was always a long sleeve shirt, which could have just been a coincidence. I don't know. And they all had beards, which this is before the beard era was big. And so all of them had like beards. And I was just like, interesting. And then little by, I mean, because like I worked with the same 5 to 10 guys for 3 months, and we would go to lunch, and they all knew each other outside of work. I was like, it was me and this other guy where the other guy was just an idiot. But we were the only outsiders, and I was just starting to pick up a little by little until finally one of them's like, you know, we're polygamists, right? I'm like, what?
They're like, you stuck around long enough. We could let you in on this.
They're like, well, they try to like it's not like, just so you know, like we all only have one wife. So I guess they were just aspiring.
They were.
polygamists.
Like, we're not practicing yet, but we're preparing for it.
Well, and then I guess the foreman, the main guy, he had 2 wives, and he's like, don't worry, we're not like crazy. We don't have like 19 wives, as if like that's better. Well, I think they were trying to show me that like, hey, we're not like Warren Jeffs.
Don't worry, we only have 2.
And I was like, oh, that's interesting. Like, well, and I wasn't. I mean, I was just come off my mission, so I asked more and more questions about it, and I was like, so the temples, and it was kind of sad. They're like, yeah, our hope is one day that like we are seen from the more, because they see themselves as like the true Mormon church, and so they're like, we're hoping that one day we can make amends and be allowed in the temples again. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so sad. Also, they kind of sucked. There's nothing you're missing out.
I actually think the polygamy part was a mistake, so probably not going to go back to that.
It's like a stain on the Mormon history. Is like the polygamy part, which is like, I mean, my girlfriend has a podcast called Sisters Not Wives, because she majored in history and really done a lot of research on polygamy in Utah. So again, a little plug, Sisters Not Wives, where she actually talks a little bit. She's a little bit more research than I am.
Yeah,
but about
it's really good though.
Polygamy in Utah, it's so fascinating, and she tells me it all, and then I'm like, oh my gosh, but polygamy is not. It's not my thing.
Yeah. Good for you, Greg.
So crazy. All the different polygs in Utah.
Moving to a more fun subject. So just I thought maybe we could bring this up today. It was something that actually helped, kind of like, it was one of the early on conversations that started to piece our friendship together, if you will. And that's Harry Potter. So
it's a great segue, by the way.
Thank you. Yeah. I just, we had been on that for a minute, and it was a little depressing, so we're just going to kind of shift gears.
Yes. I was like, this is not a happy podcast.
Yeah, I'm like, we're just kind of headed. If you can't tell from the natural light in here, it's a very gray, dreary day, and maybe that's just pulling us down. So,
I had my Harry Potter mug, which I've already drank all the
and
coffee.
I have my socks. They say Slytherin on the side.
This is the Marauders map, and when you heat it up, it like reveals.
Oh, nice.
But it's gone. So nothing with that.
I need a refill.
So you're Slytherin. Are you Slytherin?
I am. My mom always is like, no, you're not. You're Ravenclaw. She doesn't want me to. She just doesn't want me to be evil, I think. But I am. No. I also thought I would be Ravenclaw, admittedly. Not to be like, I'm smart or whatever. But I took the test on Pottermore twice and Slytherin both times. I think it's mostly that I just would do anything for more knowledge about magic. So, and there are like questions about, I don't know, opening some dark chest of knowledge. And yeah, I would do that.
Yeah. Don't they say it's like you're ambitious?
That's what I think.
like-
I
that's
think it's I'm ambitious.
But also, isn't Gryffindor ambitious?
I feel like it's like courageous, bravery, valor, like integrity, maybe. I don't know.
Integrity.
Yeah. I feel like Slytherin's like ambitious and maybe cunning.
Well, it's like, how do you say evil without saying evil? Like, what is it? Like, people on the internet, like, they really got to rebrand their house because it's just like every evil wizard has come from this. That house needs a publicist.
Real bad.
I'm Gryffindor. I've taken the test many times. But, yeah.
Yeah. And what was your Patronus the first time you took it?
Freaking, I made the mistake
I'm so glad I was there for
I
this,
took it in
to
front
be
of
a
people,
witness.
and I shouldn't have done that because now I can't get away from it. It's a salmon.
I know.
Of all things.
Honestly, though, at least it's unique. Like, I don't think I've seen anyone else have a salmon.
That's like
or any other
literally.
kind of fish.
So, what was the site? It used to be called Pottermore.
Pottermore, is that not what it's called anymore?
No, and it's like the when you do all the tests and it like comes out and it's like mine was like through the sky. I'm like, this is
so funny.
the lamest Patronus ever. But no, so yeah, we connected on Harry Potter. So I don't know if we mentioned this in the last episode, but like when we went on our mission, it was between Harry Potter 7 Part 1 and Part 2. So we missed Part 2. And I had just finished the 7th book, and so I was all about Harry Potter. And I was about Harry Potter for a very long time. It's just part
I
of.
loved it. So
I feel like everyone has their thing. Like, I've never liked Star Wars. I've never liked Lord of the Rings. I've never cared for like any of that stuff. But like my version of nerd is Harry Potter. I've loved Harry Potter. It was the first books I've ever read. Like, I am not a good reader. And it was the third book. I saw the first 2 movies. I read the third book as a book report because we had to do something. And I was like, might as well just read Harry Potter.
third book's what I started with as well, actually.
Yeah.
So I think I just, after that movie, I was like, you know what? I'll try this. And that series is actually what got me into reading. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I thought it would get me into reading. I stopped immediately after. But I remember I was reading the third book, and spoiler, if you haven't seen it yet, like, get a life.
Yeah, I don't know that we
Wake
call
up!
spoilers at this point.
Yeah. But when Scappers was Wormtail the whole time, I was like, oh my gosh. Talk about, like, the long game of, like, planting a seed.
Well, I was young, obviously, when I saw this the first time, but I don't feel like I've ever really loved time travel and things. And I actually thought that they did it very well in the third book. Like, it all made sense. It came together. I don't have to sit here wondering, like, did that start a new branch on a timeline or something about a multiverse? No.
Multiverse?
So,
No, thank you. No, I like the Time Turner. I have the Time Turner.
I love that.
I have all 7 Horcruxes, the Time Turner. I have so much Harry Potter crap.
Yeah, that's great.
I have my own robe. But the Time Turner, I think I related to it too, because I think I was in middle school when I read it. Maybe like late elementary school when I read the third book. And I was a kid that hated school, but liked to do so many things outside of school. and there was just not enough time in the day to like do all that. So with the fact that Hermione had the time, I just thought it was genius, and I related to it so much. It's like, oh, this is so cool,
Oh, it was.
magic, and it was a good storyline. Yeah, Harry Potter's just amazing. Okay,
Yeah.
the new series I'm excited for, which I know a lot of people are not. You're not.
I feel like I told you before. I actually have no feelings on it, really. I just like, some people are like, I'm so excited, and then other people are like, I hate this because the movies really didn't come out that long ago, and I'm like, I really love Harry Potter, so I will give it a shot. I'm sure, but my expectations. I hope it's better than most of the movies because they'll have more time to tell the story.
Yeah.
Because I really like the first 3 movies, and then I start to not love the movies until the last one again. Then it's good.
That's what my thing is too. Well, first off, new is always better.
New is always better.
But I was never. Yeah, I think as a kid, I liked the first 3 movies. And then I ended up not liking the movies, and I was always... I think I've read 10 books in my life, and 7 of them were Harry Potter. And so I'm like, I just was that snotty kid that was like, they're not as good as the books. But
You haven't read The Cursed Child? You can make it 8, Greg.
I have not read the Cursed Child. I actually have only read 6 of the books because I still haven't read Order of the Phoenix.
Oh my gosh. That's my favorite book.
So boring.
Oh,
I like, that's what stopped
why do
me.
people hate that book?
I literally read books 1, 3, and 4 in like middle school, and then didn't read them again until like I was 18. Because then I was like, I just can't get through 5, and my sister's like, just skip it, go 6, 7. I was like, oh,
See, I felt this way about 4. 4 was the last book. I jumped all around the first time I heard the series, and I hate book 4.
I like
Even though
book
it's
4.
most people's favorite. Whereas my favorite is everyone's least favorite. I love book 5.
Book 5 is so boring.
Oh, it's
Book
not.
4,
It
I remember.
just makes me so angry, but I think I love how much emotion it evokes in me.
Book 4, I used to. Okay, my mom had like banana nut bread candles, and so I used to go into a dark room with the banana nut bread candle, light it, and read Harry Potter like with the blanket. Like everywhere I went, I just carry the candle in the book.
It's very on theme.
Like a lantern.
You got like a blanket over you, like in a
Yes.
cloak.
And then I would go to my friend's house, and I was so obsessed with it. I mean, those were chunky books. Like, I'd go to my friend's house and have it just on the side in case I got bored of hanging out with my friends, I could go read it while they were like doing something else. Yeah, I was obsessed with those books, and then I'm obsessed with Harry Potter in general. It's just a great. And here's why I'm excited. Oh. Here's why I'm excited for the series is because Kensley has never, like, she grew up in the household of like this is witchcraft. It's evil, which is like, she grew up that version of Mormon.
I was like, that is like a pretty like. We did not have any Mormons quite like that where I grew up in
Yeah, me
California,
either.
but I feel like it's a very intense, specific raising of Mormonism.
Yeah. Well, they were also very anti-mainstream. They had their TV had like one of those old TV had like an armoire padlock on it, so then they couldn't watch TV like ever.
I did have a Jehovah's Witness friend though. He also no magic stuff. No
Yeah.
Harry Potter, no Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yes, yeah.
It's all demons.
So Kensley, she's a big reader, but she hasn't read the books. She said she kind of felt like she missed the train or whatever. No, she hasn't.
You can go read them. So.
Well, we've watched the movies, and she like loves the movies. I mean, she's a writer, and it's so fun to watch things with her. Watch these with her because usually she can kind of pick up on foreshadowing in the plot. And it was the third movie where she's like, "Okay, I think I know what's gonna happen," and then she was completely wrong, and so she was like, "Oh my gosh!" And then she was hooked, and then so I'm like, "That's what I'm telling you." These are just good stories, and it's kind of cool that like we grew up with it. Like we're the best age. We grew up. So first off, Harry.
I really do feel like millennials like hit the sweet spot.
Yeah. Well, especially our age of millennial, because like we're the same age as Emma Watson. I think maybe we're a little younger, but like the movies came out. Like I think I was 11 when the movie came out, and like we grew up with like the last movie came out when we were 18. Like Harry Potter movie because we were on
No,
a
the
mission.
last one-
19.
19, yeah.
Yeah.
The last book came out, though, when we were like 17, 18.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we kind of grew up with Harry Potter. We grew up with Toy Story because when what's his face went to college, Andy goes to college. We were going to college. We just grew up. There was another
Crazy.
one. Like we just grew up with so much stuff. Like we had the best generation. of children.
Rugrats. And when they all grew up, we were in middle school.
Yes, that was another one.
Also, that had the best theme song.
I don't remember the theme. The all grown up. This is real.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
I
Oh
think
my
so.
gosh, that was in my brain somewhere.
I was like, I actually don't know if I can remember. I just remember I liked it.
Have you watched Rugrats recently?
No.
It's hilarious.
I love seeing people post online like, these decrepit humans were 33. No, they weren't.
They're the parents. I watched in college, so it's been a minute. It's probably been like 10 years. But I watched Rugrats Go Wild with the Wild Thornberry crossover.
Yeah.
The best line in that was Angelica's mom. Because the whole thing is like they're supposed to go on a cruise, but Stu was depicted as like the coolest guy. He was the worst. He's unemployed.
I have to go back and watch this.
He's
stuff.
unemployed inventor, but he's Tommy's dad, so he's like obviously he sees him with like a glow. But he tells them they're going on a cruise, and he has this like tiny boat that they're all going on, and they're all like, "What the f?" And they get like shipwrecked, and Angelica loses Cynthia, her baby, her Barbie
Her
doll.
doll. Yeah.
And then the mom says the funniest line to me. She goes, "Angelica, we've all lost something today. I lost my cell phone. You lost Cynthia. Your Uncle Stu lost all our respect." I was like, this is the funniest thing. Like something as a kid you wouldn't pick up on, but like that was a clever line.
I thought for sure you were going to say the funniest line came from Donnie.
Donnie. Oh. So we grew up with the orange age of Nickelodeon. They call it like the orange years of Nickelodeon.
Yeah, because all of my VHS tapes from that
We're
time
orange.
were orange.
Yes. That was the best time
Oh.
of Nickelodeon too. See, we just grew up with everything. We had the best times.
It was.
And I was raised by television, so.
My television. Good thing you had the Full House uncles. And
Yeah. Yeah. Hey Arnold was like, if you go back and watch Hey Arnold too, you're like, this is a really emotionally intelligent, mature 10-year-old who's like, does all the right things. Like he's all about morality.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm a Gryffindor.
I love it.
But no, we connected. So Harry Potter, I remember in the MTC, we talked about it. So there was someone with us, like McCraney, my companion, who had never, like, he's like, what happens? And we're like, okay, so now on this page, like,
It was almost 3 full days just giving him like a play-by-play.
play-by-play.
Of a book and movie comparison.
Yes. We're like, well, this happens in the book, but this is not in the movie. Like, so I'm excited for the new series because it's going to be more filled out. And so I can watch it with Kensley, and she can kind of see more about the story. Yeah. And she says that when we have kids someday, we'll read the books to our kids, but she's more like, not until I don't know. She's just like, I'm busy. I got a lot going on. I can't read these books right now.
Has she seen The Cursed Child? Have you seen The Cursed Child?
I've seen The Cursed Child. She has not.
Okay, it's coming to Salt Lake next year. Did you see that?
No.
Yes. So
I like The Cursed Child. I thought it was really good.
Loved it. I've seen it, I think, 4 times.
Yeah.
I saw it back when it was 2 parts. Like you had to buy tickets to 2 shows.
Yeah. I did not. I saw it post-COVID, so it was combined.
And I've seen it that way as well. And so I would say, I really don't think you're missing so much. I think I would prefer to buy 1 ticket than 2 tickets to see the little more that they throw in there.
But you don't like time travel, so tell me.
I know, but again, I feel like they do a good job of kind of, I guess J.K. Rowling did a good job of like tying up, I guess I shouldn't call her they. So I wasn't going to say it, and then I had to say it. But tying up the ends there with the time travel and the effects for the time travel, honestly, I gasped.
It is
the
cool.
first time I saw it. I thought it was so cool.
It is really cool. It was pretty cool how it is good play too. I thought it was done very well and good story, and the Dementors flying around the audience are truly terrifying.
So much,
but entertaining.
So many effects that were so cool.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see. So I've only seen it in New York, and so I have always seen that theater that is all done up. So, I'll be curious to see how like the traveling. If we go. Kyler says we don't need to.
I saw it in San Francisco, and it seemed like. I feel like the Broadway one, I'm assuming they probably decorated the whole theater that way.
I think they spent $50 million revamping the theater for that show, and it is incredible.
Yeah. The one in San Francisco wasn't as like, it felt like very much confined to the stage. Like the theater felt like the theater still.
Okay.
Is it still on Broadway?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Which is cool. It's a play. That's really big for a play.
I just love it.
I've never seen it on Broadway.
Yeah, it goes by quickly every time. I just love it so much. And I do know.
Oh yeah, because what's his face? The Malfoy. He's
Draco's on it.
Draco.
Now. Yeah,
Malfoy.
Yeah.
Malfoy
I think my cousin I want to say she just missed seeing it with him in it. Unfortunately.
Oh, he's not in it anymore.
No, I think she saw it just before he was on. Yeah, was on it.
But is it okay? Back to the Cursed Child. I sound like married.
Child.
Back to Cursed Child. She was like, that's a pretty gay forward story. I think. Like,
yeah.
I don't think there's any.
I actually don't
messages.
think she
it's
is
pretty
homophobic though. I think she's just
transphobic.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think she's very pro homo.
Yeah. Pro homo.
She's all about homo.
That's my next bumper sticker.
Pro homo.
Pro homo.
That should be the new name. Remember how I was trying to find a name for me?
For you? For what?
Because.
Oh, as like an ally?
Because of the wonderful things he does. Yes. Because, I can't say the word. I can't say it. You can say it. I can't say it. You can say it. But remember the term for, like, particularly women who were best friends with gay people, and, like, all their friends were gays.
Fag hags. Yes.
They were called that. And then that term kind of went away because except for Gen Z is bringing back that term, apparently.
I love every time a group reclaims like a derogatory term.
I think so. Yes, I think that's great. But I came to the conclusion that that's what I was. But I can't say that. But maybe pro homo is the new fag hag. I just said it.
We'll give you a pass.
Okay. So pro homo is the new.
Especially since it's in like self-reference.
No, the Gen Z though, they'd be bringing that word back. And it's so weird because they'll say things like, "It's okay to be gay, just don't be a like, no, you can't say that. Please stop."
It is kind of weird to grow up at a time where like lots of words were like no, and now they're kind of gray because for some people it's like reclaim, and then for other people it's like, but I still no.
Yeah. Can I say that? For me, the biggest one is I don't use the B word as much anymore because of it's crazy how much like your eyes are opened. But like Kensley hates the B word, and we're on a big Survivor kick, which no disrespect to the contestants of Survivor, but it is interesting that like if a woman is being annoying, she's a bitch. But if a man is being annoying, he's a jerk. And I'm like, wow, it really is a derogatory term.
And it's funny because, like, as a man, I'd actually never really thought about that before.
Yeah. Like, you could have called them an a-hole, a jerk, a douche, but you chose the B word because she's a woman. It's like you're adding that extra flair of misogyny to it. I'm just like, oh, wow, I really don't like the B word anymore.
I will say I do tend to primarily use that word, I feel like, as a term of endearment.
Yeah. I like to use the word
of empowerment.
Yeah.
But I definitely see where you're coming from.
Right.
I think context definitely matters.
Yeah. Yeah, I think with that one context, it is one of my favorite curse words because of Just how
You just
versatile.
use it so many ways. Yeah.
Like, especially if you call a guy a bitch, it's the best way to downgrade that person, especially if they're being a bitch. It's great.
That feels like a Mean Girls
Yeah.
quote adjacent.
What did she say? It's like, I know it looks like I was acting like a bitch, but that's only because I was acting like a bitch.
I love it. We should probably just say that Harry Potter was partially our mission moment because we gotta wrap it up.
Our mission moment. Yeah. We got to cut it early today.
Yeah,
But
we got places to see, people to do, you know.
not me. I'm stuck in this apartment because I can't drive because I'm on hard painkillers. So
Greg, who knows what kind of people might show up.
yeah. You just send people to my door. Okay. Well, thanks for coming over.
Yes.
Thanks for watching our episode.
Yes, peace and blessings. Peace and blessings.
Yes. Okay. Bye.